gaming in front of my beastly 360 wall. Goes all up to the roof. Oh my god. Here, well, I don't even know if it shows up on the camera, but over here is my stack of games that somehow I've got to wedge into all this somewhere. And it's not just the front row, it goes deep. So like variants go behind it, or like FIFA 19 goes to the front. All the other FIFAs sit behind, all that sort of guff basically. So what you see is just maybe the last game in the series. Yeah, so more pickups for you. A lot of these will be going to the back because we're on the sports game pickups. Good God. Why did I choose to pick the Xbox 360 to go for a full PAL set? Anyway, we'll go for the first couple. This is nearly a subset completed. Nearly. I need one more game, which I've got on order. It is coming. It's just blooming expensive. And CEX tried to rip me off twice by me ordering this expensive game and them sending the wrong one. CEX sent me this PGA Tour, Tiger Woods, whatever, 14. I wanted the Masters Edition. The Masters Edition at the time was £18. So I paid £18. This one came, I sent it back. No, that's wrong. And by sent it back, I mean I drove to my local CEX and went, that is not what I've paid for. After much grumbling and much like, oh, well, technically it's the same game. It's not the blooming same game. It's not the same game. That's why you sell that one for, I think it's like £4. So no, give me my money back. In front of them, I said, like, right, I'm going to reorder it again, okay, just to prove I'm not conning anybody. I'm going to reorder it again because they only had one in stock, and apparently this one was still available. It just shows you they sent the wrong one. Hey presto, 14 comes back through the post again. I lose me S and go back to the CX that I took. And I know it's not them sending it out. This was a CX down south, starting with a P, might have been Portsmouth or something. I lost my rag and just said, like, look, they've sent the wrong blooming one again. It still says they've got one online. I've been sent this again. Oh, blooming, that's moving around inside there. It still says that, like, you know, they've got one online and they've sent me this one again, yet charged me £18. So CX gave me my money back, apologised again. You don't get your fuel money back, you don't get your parking money back. But said, oh, really, really sorry. What we will do is we'll ring the store and we will make sure that the store sends the right one out to you. So before I reordered it in the store, they rang up the store, said, like, look, this has happened twice now. Can you make sure you send the right ones out? Yeah, no worries. So I ordered it online, bang, paid for. Stock went down to 0. Fantastic. Sent that one out again. So I decided not to use CX, mainly as well because when I did look again after going back and getting my money back a third time, when I did look online, they bumped the price up to about 24 quid. So I was like, okay, so you can see that there's one person who's really keen to get that one copy of this bloody golf game that you've got, and you've whacked the price up by an additional £6. Well done, you robbing buggers. So yeah, I didn't have this at the time, but I just wasn't willing to pay that much money for it. I have picked up since. This cost me £2 for Tiger Woods 14, so yes, I suppose it's all right. And I've got 13, but I didn't have 13, the Masters Collector's Edition. So again, all I need now, which I have got on order, fingers crossed hopefully, is the Masters version of Tiger Woods PGA Tour 14. And then that is another subset completed. Blowing sports games, Christ. These ones, I don't know how many of these I've got. I dread to look at them. I don't think I can complete this set because I think the last one is ludicrously expensive. So that will be an if I win the lottery buy. I think they changed their name as well. I think they changed it to NBA Elite. This is the NBA Live series. So NBA Live 6 and 7. Terrible games. Terrible games. And I love my basketball games, but these, no wonder 2K won. They're awful. Absolutely awful. It's like what's happening with FIFA. As soon as 2K make a FIFA game, because they got lazy when Pro Evolution Soccer went, EA rather, got lazy. I think as soon as 2K release their FIFA game, now that they don't have, EA don't have the FIFA license, I think it'll blow FIFA at the water. 2K are a terrible company, but they are better than blooming EA. So yeah, NBA Live 06 and 07, the first two to appear on the Xbox 360 and more on a basketball tip. This one, I'm actually quite glad to get. Did cost me about £8, which is expensive, seeing as I'm just trying to fill up the collection. NBA Jam on the 360. I think there might be a different NBA Jam game on the 360, but I'm not sure if it's digital only. If that's the case, I'm not going for digital games. I'm only going for physical. So I hope this is the only physical one. NBA Jam, and we all know what it is. I don't need to explain it, do I? This one I can't explain it because I don't understand the sport at all. I've tried to watch it. I ain't got a clue what's going on, and I've tried playing it ever since the days of the Mega Drive. It came in like a 2-in-1 cart, and I ain't got a bloody clue what I was doing. NHL 2014. So yeah, hockey. Don't know. And then I've got NHL Legacy Edition. What? I don't know what that is. I don't know what year it is. Just no, I don't have it. NHL Legacy Edition. What year is that? Sports Game of the Year. Great. Give me a year. Does it say anything on the back? No. I just didn't own it. Yeah, it literally doesn't give you... Oh, 2015-2016 season. There we go. So is that NHL 2015? I'm guessing. I don't know why the sports years do that. Just start in January, finish in December. What's wrong with you? But yeah. Those two, I think they're about £1, £1.50 each, whatever. Again, just to bulk up the collection. This game actually cost me a little bit of money, and again, by a little bit of money, I mean about £6 or £7. Good God, it's awful. I played the 2014 version of it, not from the same series either. They released this game with 14 on the end, completely different game, but same sport. Didn't have one for 15. Then released this. Handball 16. It is awful. It is absolutely dire. If you play handball or endorse handball in any way, I'm not going to say it. I'll get kicked off YouTube. I was going to mention something to do with a bridge. And putting rocks in your pockets. It's awful. It might be a fun sport. I don't know. I think this is my weird knowledge. I think Peter Schmeichel used to be a goalkeeper in handball, and it's harder because people are throwing with their hands. They're more accurate, and the ball is smaller. So apparently, it's trickier to be a handball goalie than a football goalie, and it's why he was so fantastic as well. Apparently, people weren't used to his techniques. Kasper Schmeichel was trained by Peter Schmeichel, and that's why he became a good goalkeeper, even though he's not technically the best keeper in the world. He's had a fantastic career. So apparently, it does produce good sportsmen. But oh my God, what are they playing for? Is it like a pack of crisps a game? I don't know. It can't be very good, can it? But yeah, perhaps it's a big sport everywhere other than the UK. That's probably likely, actually. Handball 16 for the collection. Right, on to another sport which... At least I understand the rules to this one. I just don't like watching it. I think it's the most boring, dull game on the planet. And nobody can convince me otherwise because I've tried watching it several times. Major League Baseball 2K11. So yeah, baseball. Rangers, isn't it? It's Rangers if you're British. It's what the girls play. So, moving on to another sport that I don't understand. But I do enjoy watching bits of it. It's just very slow. Wish they'd speed it up. Madden 09. So yeah, the Madden games apparently nowadays are abysmal. Yet again, EA just making fodder, just absolute bum. But apparently the old ones were quite fun to play if you knew what you were doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I think the last time I tried to play one of these, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just kept on losing. And I was like, oh God, this is awful. I thought, oh, well, I enjoy management games. I'll play the career manager thing where you just play the GM, is it called? General Manager. So you manage a team, so you just hire and fire people and draft rookies and that sort of stuff. Still didn't know what I was doing, so it was awful. So yeah, I picked that up for £1. it's in the collection now. That's going to be the most awkward one, is I'm going to have to go through all the sports games, work out what I need to complete these collections that I will never ever play. If any of them are more than £5, I am going to hate myself. Oh God! Now this is another sport which is very popular. Lots and lots of people love this. I think it's one of the worst sports going, and I don't respect anybody that does it. It's Supremacy MMA, and apparently in the world of MMA games, this is awful. Apparently it's really, really bad. But I've got it. I'll give it a go. Not for me. I'm not a combative guy. I'm competitive. So when I used to play basketball, there would be elbows flung around. There would be fists flying. Not legally. But I don't understand the point in beating somebody's brains in on a daily basis. It doesn't compute with me. Just all the roids as well that's in the sport. Supremacy MMA. Yeah, cost me a couple of quid. Please be at least playable. Arcade style combat. Okay. So I have tried playing one of the UFC games, and it was a bit too like you just get knocked out. I didn't like. There's no health bars or anything. You just go duh duh duh. Oh, I'm knocked out. What? End of the game. So the British version of American football, Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge. That's actually got the price on it, £1. Rugby. Again, I know rugby's a big sport. I know people love it. I can watch it for a bit. I think it's more of a drinking sport, isn't it? You can watch it like darts. You can watch it if you're getting drunk, but it's not. Yeah, not for me. Oh God. And I don't consider this a sport, but apparently it is a sport in the same way that I play snooker, or I used to play snooker. I used to get my top break is 81. I was a good snooker player. There is no way in a million years you could force me to call that a sport. Apparently this is, and this is in the same vein, it's poker. So we've got World Series Poker 2007 edition, Tournament of Champions, and World Series of Poker 2008. What's that called? Battle for the Bracelets. Oh my God. Can you make it sound any worse? Yeah, them two games. I'm not joking. I think they were about like £3 or £4 each, which... Virtual poker. That's just sad, isn't it? My God, there's like they've got a highlight like top players such as Tom Franklin and Edward Moncada. I don't know. Scott Fishman. Oh my God. I don't understand it. Don't get it. But I need them, and there's probably more poker games that I need. This is just, it's as I'm scanning games, I go, I haven't got that, how much is it? Oh, but I have to buy it. Right, this, I've got the peripheral for it. From what I understand, it needs a dongle, so it won't work. It doesn't matter, because I'll never play it. Tony Hawk's Ride. Apparently the skateboard thing is pants anyway. Doesn't play very well. But yeah, Tony Hawk's Ride. Oh dear. Now this is one of the few sports games here that most people might not consider a sport. I think it is a sport. I genuinely think it is a sport. It takes a lot of talent as well, and it might be something that I could enjoy. Fingers crossed. I mean, it's probably terrible because I've never heard of it, but Big Air edition of Stoked, and it's like a weird promo copy. I don't care as long as it's got the game in it. That'll do for me. But yeah, like snowboarding. So I know like a lot of the winter games and X Games, all that sort of stuff. They really, really struggle to be taken seriously as sports. There is more skill in that than there is in rugby for me, or than there is in poker, definitely. But yeah, really, really hoping it's fun. A lot of them are. I like the old SSX games. Used to like them. They did go a bit ropey eventually. Hoping that's fun. So picked up, and from what I remember, it was only like about £2, so not too bad. This one, I'm so glad to see a resurgence in this company. It was the worst wrestling company that was on TV. I used to watch it just out of sheer morbidity, really. But they have come back and they are making a bit of effort this time. I think they got links to WWE as well. It's TNA Impact with, as you can see there, Kurt Angle in the middle, Samoa Joe, and, what's his bloody name now? AJ Styles, is it, I think? Who's on the back? Oh, it's got Sting and Booker T on the back. Ooh. Now, from what I've been told, It's a really, really bad game. The controls are really, really bad. Everything about it is bad. They have a story mode where you can play as one character called, I can't say the name on YouTube because it'll get me kicked off. You can only play as this one guy, and they had to actually make him as a real life wrestler once this game came out as like promo for the game because nobody bought it. So yeah. Ooh. Complete, yay. I thought there was something rattling around there, but yeah. TNA Impact, that is the last of my sports games. Are any of them any good? Are any of them actually sports? Are any of them fun? Oh my god. A lot of these are just going to sit behind these games for me because, yeah, it's as long as they're in my head that I have these games, that I own them, that's enough for me. I don't need them on show. I'm not too fussed. Oh god, here we go. Right, anyway, hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Been Donald Mackerel, for Donald Mackerel Gaming. See you on the next video.